gate crash that something is using. You know, they're going all over the map, but here it comes.
Yeah, Tripwire on that A site. This is the Yoru though, so he can bypass it. Needs to break it. Munchkin has been given up already. Right in front of him, 2 on the contact point. It's good.
Oh.
Something finds another. The A site, but look at how far Devi has pushed up on Halls here. He's the first Vanguard for the moment. Holding, whiffing. He's
Rage coming from Halls, and that just confirms a lot of it.
Okay, dash in. Texture's very aggressive into this, as well as uber confident, but of course, Paper X just going to be playing that post plan. Something coming around the corner, repositions, has to help out his team. Right at the precipice of the smoke, the push from Texture. In a second, he can. 5 bullets, dashes right in, finds another one, and he picks up the 4K.
No way! First round already picks up the 4th. You see?
Paper X, they give him the satisfaction. He's getting closer. His teammates breaking and giving as much support as possible. And Monyet's down already.
I mean, that's the other thing, right? Because it's an outlaw, it's just so powerful.
Stars being committed here as well, and Texture actually pushing all the way up onto mid. This could be very bad for Paper X as the spike drops.
Spike down mid.
Reloads, they know he's here. They don't really want to challenge him. It's
He's gonna just try to make something happen, you know, no pun intended.
30 seconds
Make some contacts here, does have his Great Crash available. He wants to challenge out again the Outlaw of Texture, but when it's 140 body shot damage and you have shield or half shield, it's just not gonna work. You're just feeding him the kills, and now he's got that any tricky business. Spots one, getting into the astral dimension, goes out, flashes. He still challenges something. He's got to make something happen here, and he does get it. Follow up by Monyet, but Charon's holding on. 3 versus 3, spike planted down.
As long as possible.
Yeah, Munchkin's coming around the corner here on double doors. They're just waiting for him to drop down already. Forsaken's right here for the first contact, but gets punished by Meteor. He's going to be alone by himself. 1 versus 1 though. Devi, unknowing of closer and closer. He might not even know about this. There it is. No more utilities for Meteor. So it's a straight up start of the defuse. Devi playing and will be winning the game. Already on this operator. There's not really much utility that can really punish him, but okay, Gravity will activate it, stuns as well, and that's going to be, as the dust settles, 2 kills down against Gen G. Paper X have somewhat of an advantage here. Oh, still pushing through the smoke! Butchera with a double kill, triple kill, why not? So fast at being able to just get these punishes. Mindfreak's giving away his position. Of course, Texture's not going to miss the beat. These set angles that they just break that? Paper X break that themselves? Anyways, hold on. There's going to be 2 on the side itself. It's Charon and Texture on that contact. Forsaken pushes out, but Texture, he doesn't respect this wall. He just goes and swims through it. The high tide giving him a high time. And now it's only Mindfreak and Devi to remain. The pinch coming in from double door doesn't secure anything, so that has to be Devi just putting up the toxic screen, hoping that Mindfreak could deal with Texture. It's not going to happen. He only has the Sheriff in hand. 3 versus 1, 20 seconds. He's going to have to start pushing in, but because of how much out in the open he is, he's going to be exposed to Meteor. To start clearing things up, Reckoning coming in from double doors, and he already finds one. Charon could be in a world of hurt. The flashes out, but he's out of harm's way. Back of the side going to be Meteor, using the cyber cages to give him a bit of positioning here to roam around. But something quickly deals with him, but Charon finds Forsaken through the off-cam kill. Oh, big plans from Lockya. Oh, they don't even expect it. Mindfreak is just by himself right now. I mean, there's even the smoke coming in from double doors. They have really segmented the 2 players of Paper X, but Devi, he's hoping to be the savior here. Mindfreak's been given up out in the open. Texture, he's got everything, but Devi takes everything away from him.
Said, though, we still need a few more rounds. Both sides have ultimates, and Meteor has been such a menace. Now he's swapped up over back to B site. Paper X is trying to approach here.
He's already preparing himself. Ooh, where did that shot come from? Meteor, I think, just shot through the rest of Paper X to come through that B site. There's so many tripwires here. It might get a little bit tricky, but something just slowly walks up. That's all you need, you know? Just keep it simple, keep it safe.
On this retake, Devi.
Yeah, he's going to be the first contact on this 3 waterfall down mid. He's already been spotted. Oh, Forsaken's not hitting any shots. Finally does, able to do so. And the pinch works out, leaving Texture by himself. But man, he's got some options here. Time might not be one of them, though, so he might have to save up. And Mindfreak, they do have the shock darts, so they are breaking as much utility as they can. And of course, yep, I love this. When you use the decoy, it activates the trip, so at least you'll know where not to push. Meteor is doing his damnedest to just, again, dodge everything, but it's not working. It's a lot of kills already positioned here for the favor of Paper Rex. Lost at the back of the side. Texture does make a bit of wave at the back of things, but it's not going to work out, and Devi finishes it off, and we are tied 4-4.
It is an anti-eco round after all, but Meteor, we can go straight for Munchkin, take out those two, and then we have the site. Seekers were deployed by Lakia though, and he's already here to reinforce.
Oh.
Something's trying to get that through.
Yeah. Two on the interior of the site, excuse me. Monyet trying to find somebody inside the smokes, and it is so confusing to be in all of that positioning. Somehow, it is Gen G getting on top of things. Monyet, no ultimate for him, so he's stuck here.
Yeah, that's the main thing. They got to watch all exits, all entrances of this Viper's Pit. Texture could be the linchpin for Gen G.
As a shot denied, Shorty's good. And look at this! Charon picks up the 4K, able to isolate, able to feed off of the play. The Texture is giving him the opportunity to retake the site and secure the round once again for Gen G.
Again,
you know, the opportunity to get. I'm gonna have to find another way other than something to do this. Anyways, Paranoia is activated. Texture's blinded here. He's looking for a TP, but Lakia is making some waves at the front of the site on Brick, and fortunately, Texture's not gonna find the Paper Rex. Everyone else here for Gen G looking for the lurk all the way through A main that is being handled by Mindfreak.
Things back to a 3-on-3. Of course, Mindfreak wanting to play off the Hunter's Fury, but he knows that there's a potential play coming through.
Another one. Meteor gives himself a bit of space. Push left or right. What it's going to be? It's going to be the right. He wins, but he's down to 5. Oh, this is going to be so bad. Difficult even for him. That's going to be Devi bringing it back.
Risky because Gen G are trying to get a good read for the game right now. They've got these 4 players stacked up on B,
Lakia's
so able
close
to shoot through. And with the space now, Lakia pushed up Halls, but not quite able to capitalize.
Look at how they just left pieces of the Paper Rex players all around the map sprinkled just to get those lurk kills, and it is actually working for them, especially that Gen G is on this weaker buy. Feels like Gen G is just lure into their trap, man. They're just saying, sure, thank you very much. Texture, though, this is the perfect chance for him to get some kind of information, some kind of impact.
You wanted to say something, didn't you?
Him. Oh, wow, he even finds Monyet.
Oh my god. That would be great if he could get even more or pick up a rifle at the very least. Look at how he's so careful jump peeking out, but up against for Sake.
It could be very difficult, but Texture's already pushed up all the way through elbow. They're not going to know about this, but he lives. Thankfully enough, he has Lakia right beside him to help him out. Wow. Paper Rex are dwindling in numbers. Mindfreak finds something with the Odin.
I go to Spike.
And he brings it right back, 3 versus 3. Plenty of walls. And they calm themselves down to plant the spike even. Not going to happen just yet. Monyet has control of the back of the site here. Ultimate activated right now by Mindfreak. Big flanks coming in from Munchkin. So the time for Monyet to make something happen is very minuscule here. 2 versus 1. Charon now backing himself away, gonna double up with his teammate, and this is the perfect time for them to try working their magic against the one. What is this TP? Did he try to pick up a spike? No, he's just trying to reposition for the fight. Very aggressive from Monyet, but it's not gonna work out. This is the Cascade. Shock darts from Mindfreak to dissuade anybody pushing up onto the Hall's position. The swing outs from Paper Rex, like I mentioned, because they don't have that Sentinel, they just have to start peeking and pushing, and as well as just getting that contact. Shots through the smoke, able to get Lakia, the push out from Texture, and he finds something. Could get another one. What a flank from Texture. Down to 25, but his lethality is still very much felt. Thus settling numbers.
I can't really just waltz right through that door.
On mid though, that's going to be Monyet by himself. Does have the paranoia. I'm not sure if he actually spotted the other one. Texture, that door closes. The opportunity for Devi.
Got a bit of time, but Texture is the main one to look out for right now.
Did they just barely miss each other? Look at Devi. I think he heard the drop down too. Texture's about to just peek out. The Devi, can he be able to reel it in for the round win? Cool comp game outside of A main. Oh, it's Monyet, I love this. And he actually challenges, but Forsaken drops. This could be bad. If he re-challenges this once again, he's the only one holding the site for the moment here. And he has to back away.
Together, it's a full squad of classics and marshals. He hears the jump, gets the first shot.
Oh, he gets away too. So no trade here for me.
Trying to sneak through. But at this point, only 30 seconds left. They have to hightail it to B, and as long as Meteor can do the same thing that he's doing right now, Gen G might have a better time in this round.
Oh my goodness, Mindfreak couldn't really do anything. And the rest of Gen G gonna be walking up to
10
B.
seconds.
It's all up to something. He's got a Guardian. The aim god. Okay, good at the first. Gets the second one instantaneously, but he's dropping in HP and bullets and everything. And it's down once again to Monyet. Oh, was that a tag? It was. Look at how see Charon waiting patiently at the back of the site, and even finds Monyet trying to reposition for Gen G to do that because they were just on Marshals, man. They weren't even committing to purchase this, and Forsaken, what was that? Actually gets through the defense, the line of sight, doesn't even have to trigger.
So maybe he's just executing onto A right now, and it depends on how well Paper Rex can hold their ground.
What a far smoke from Monyet, too! Mindfreak's gonna be gifted himself a Bulldog, and no one's there to trade it for Gen G. So they get themselves some control, but Charon and Munchkin making quick work.
Oh,
Monyet finding Meteor through the push on A main. This is what they want. They want to stop these multiple angles of attack, go for a little bit of coverage, and the flashes is so good that Gen G just have to rub their eyes and wait for the blindness to dissipate. And as it does, Munchkin's by himself. Forsaken devours, and that's going to be a flaw.
a little bit awkward, though, with the curve. So Texture has actually made it onto the other side.
He's still doing this. Something. Yikes. I mean, you know, shame on me. And then shame on him if he does that again.
Jason.
The wall's dropping down, and Forsaken!
Spike down.
How he
The B
used...
site. Maybe we could harpoon him, but we've got 13 seconds left.
Oh, he's just gonna hold by himself.
Wow.
Again, boy's patient, man. He just has to wait for him to peek into his crosshair, and Device single-handedly holding this. Can he beat down Meteor? No. But because of the Recon Dart, he's given away his position. Meteor is just having to hold so many angles. The Shock Dart! Mindfreak, what are you doing? Have you lost your mind? Are you a freak? Well, he could definitely be. Paranoia misses Meteor, but know exactly where he is.
my
Down
God.
to 14. 3 bullets and a dream. And is this dream going to turn into reality as Monyet denies? Comes up, man. So much information, so much value. His gate crash is about to expire, but shouldn't matter at the moment as Gen G coming out of elbow.
Yeah, he can always just regroup with his team and other means. Main thing, though, is for Divide to stay alive right now.
Oof. Well, he can, especially because of those flashes. But the punishes from the Reckoning as well as the Hunter's Fury does get the value something, just jumping in and out with the shorty.
I got the spike.
Numbers still favoring Gen G. All of them now on the site. What's the damage here? What's the capabilities? Monyet wreaking some havoc out. Gen G realizes wants to actually double up. They want to use the numbers in their
30
favor.
seconds left.
Monyet, did he hit all of them? He did! He repositions! My God, Monyet!
He's
Down
out
to
of ammo,
one
though.
bullet. He has to change, either reload or change, which he does. And Monyet almost gets it, but Munchkin perseveres and wins. Blood reloaded. It's faster than, you know, the full reload. So
I don't hate it, but I'm nervous, Asteroid. Oh, boy.
okay, that's gonna be Forsaken's back. Oh, that's not even him backing away. That's a trade by Meteor, punished by Meteor.
Get as much out of Gen G as possible in this round, right? If any round is the round that we want to bait out those ultimates, bait out those pieces of utility, that's gonna be this one.
Woo! Monyet got the Marshal in hand, shooting through the smoke blindly.
Wow.
Meteor comes in for the pinch, and he will get diced. Mindfreak looking a little bit too far away. That's gonna leave Ilya by himself. I was about to say Divide, and then he's just by himself right now. Oh, he does not get the shot onto Meteor as well, and his position exposed. Gets the heal. This might actually have to be
Elbow up around mid. And this time you could definitely feel that A presence and just not
punished by Gen G and ultimately giving rounds to Gen G. Okay.
Whoa.
Seeker's been activated. Forsaken's just charging right in. Divide? Does he even get spotted? No, he doesn't need a slow burn, a slow, painful poison burn. Cosmic Divide used on this A side itself. Cove making Gen G just a tad bit afraid. As it drops, now they know, and they even.
And then you still got to watch out for those players up inside A main. How do you break this?
Monyet, though, he's vertical, dude. He's got the high ground advantage, and he is using that to actually get the one-up. Viper's Pit, use the snake bite to get a little bit of damage. No one's defusing the spike, and Munchkin through the smoke. Oh, this is going horribly wrong for Paper Rex. Someone's gonna have to start defusing it. Someone's gonna have to hold him. Munchkin, what can you do? Absolutely everything, as he actually has bought enough time. They die to the event horizon, and he is trying to clear that with all intentions by himself.
He's got a bit of time.
Oh, he's so alone. Oh, he is so dead. Oh, this is not looking too good for Paper Rex. Forsaken doing the same thing. No flashes, and he absorbs his opponent right in front of him, gets full flash, but the trades from Paper Rex are actually working. Shot through mid. Oh! Something gets it! He even finds the lurking meteor. And all of this because of the shock darts coming in from Mind Freak. Lakia will plant the spike.
Spike planted.
Monya does not chase for him or tries to punish him. So it's the double up from the both of them. Something coming in from the White Swing, and he's had enough. I don't know if I'm correct with these made-up stats, but they feel like they have the First Bloods, you know, very much locked and loaded in this first map. Something at least pads the stats a little.
Curious about is Karon actually lurking up around mid.
That also, and well, there you go. He finds the one pick onto something here. There's the quick charge out. Tailwind was actually saved up by Texture, so he has capabilities to enter the site.
Oh,
Forsaken's not going to know about Karon here. Or does he? The Reckoning actually spots him out 14 seconds. Let's see what the battle comes in through the mid. It's going to be Forsaken. Spike, though, should get planted. It's all down to Forsaken for now as he waits for Divide to back the side. Backs the what? But Texture! What a reposition! What a challenge! And what aim! And obvious. I'm just going to pop shots. What am I going to lose? Absolutely nothing. And he gains the one kill for almost everything here. There is no money for Paper Rex right now. Forsaken. Okay, that's one. Mind Freak's gonna have to go big, which he does. Oh, this drone. This drone! 3 versus 1. Oh my god, Divide doesn't even have any smokes to supplement himself. He just has the weapon in the corners, and that spike is just dwindling down ever so closely to exploding. He does fight Texture, but I mean, Karon's just gonna activate the gravity well. Whoops, whoop. That's about it.
They know they got it.
He's got no time, man. That's gonna be it. And Gen G get themselves map 1 in this series up against Paper Rex. But if obviously Gen G doesn't know that, but they're still going to hit the other side on B.
I mean, that's the other thing. It's just that this is a map that, you know, Paper Rex can study game tape off of because Gen G did play this, you know, against RRQ. So having an idea, you definitely have that something that is feeling a little bit more swift, a little bit more fluid.
Did something get in? Oh, I thought he got into the door. He opened it himself. There's the fight. They're going to try to go for the pitch very quickly. And Paper Rex, this B site, there is no solid ground here. It is all quicksand. You gotta move, or else you're just gonna fall into the depths of the bullets. Meteor's by himself. That spike's already getting diffused, and Paper Rex.
So they are playing so far back right now, and now that the first minute comes down, now they walk on up to B.
They're about to open the door. Yeah, there's the Haunt activated already. Forsaken's ready and best, but there's too many numbers here. They've committed the fight. They've lost the weapons. And they're losing numbers right now. Monya's going to have to hold this by himself. He is down to a very dangerous amount of HP. And something all down to him. Thankfully enough, the rest of Paper Rex, they've done
just unfortunate. I mean, well played by Gen G because they played it safe. They had those haunts and you know, bits of setups just to...
with how they rotate. Gen G is doing the exact same thing. And it seems, at least for now, in these couple of rounds, it hasn't really paid dividends. What timing for something there. He's actually going to chase for the kill here. Thankfully enough, there's a lot of utility for Meteor to give himself that space. And yeah, 140 damage to the body. Outlaw's just insane, man.
Meteor's not even going for the headshot there. Players watching out for those pushes from Paper Rex.
And having Meteor playing as that Killjoy makes it so easy on Lotus. All you have to really do, yeah, I wasn't really expecting Monya to survive that. All you really have to do.
That too.
I love having ultimates very early into the game. It makes you very aggressive. And it looks like okay, let's see. All right, that's gonna be a trade for trade. Texture does get Monyet first. Dust settles 3 versus 3. I mean, what was I supposed to do? What was I? This one really weird off cam from Forsaken that's been spotted.
Bring them down.
Surprised that he caught it. Although it was a bit of information for Forsaken nonetheless. We've got some smokes up, we've got Monyet and Mindfreak available, and they're trying to work their way in. Getting those heads-up duels will be advantages.
There's the NT, not nice try, but the Neural Theft activated. Meteor still holding on, man. He is a force to be reckoned with, but Mindfreak comes up to of merit that they might actually break through that link, go to B, or rotate around. Meteor, his timing is going to be very crucial. Forsaken chase a little bit too hard, and he has the lockdown. He can activate it right now, let the rest of his team come in, or the rotation away from Paper X and go elsewhere.
And that's the best thing that Gen.G has going for them right now. The number of options that they have thanks to Meteor getting that first kill. But now, committing over to the B side, Paint Shell's in. It buys Paper X a little bit of time for something to come up with the judge.
Spike down.
He knows someone's right behind him. But since they haven't picked up that spike, he can just be as patient as possible, hold for the rest of his team. That's all he really needs to do. Texture stayed, not going to do much damage, but he does pick it up. Something's got a Cloudburst. He can get closer and closer here, create that tempo if need be. But the one that's going to have to hold the most is Meteor right on top of that B site, which he does, leaving Mindfreak in a 2 versus 1. They've doubled up onto the corner here. They got a shot at step. He's got a shot at step. But he's waiting patiently, but you mentioned it already, man. They're stacking up, and he can't do the high-low. Too slow. Still had Meteor coming through C that got the kill on Forsaken here. That's a trade for trade. Something's got the Blaze. They're pushing up very aggressively here. Forsaken wants to create more trapped onto the site. Smokes from Monyet, or excuse me, from Mindfreak to provide some coverage here. Paranoia to delay them just a tad bit further. One satchel pushes right in. Charon holding, thinking he could be top of the spike. Numbers of Paper X dwindling down. Something's gonna have to make something happen here. That right click, very shallow, and that's just gonna be
maybe to at least toss Paint Shells to deny Spike Plant, but look at how Texture is hunting.
Oh my god.
Out of charges.
He barely dodges that, gets out of harm's way. But that's the power that they've got. Big kill onto Munchkin there though, but Meteor still holding on Rubble. If he can hold on to this position, his teammates can rely on him to hold that long angle right now, but not available anymore. Texture throws the nade from up above on Heaven, so they know that somebody's at least up there as he tries to reposition. The rest of Paper X coming in closer, something floating, stinging like a bee. That nade is going to be so strong. Lakia, wow, over-analyzes the situation and gets punished for it, but Texture, it's all in his wheelhouse, baby. Smoke does dissipate, so Devi very quickly will be able to get that refrag as well as the complete defuse to give him some form of anchoring spot. But thankfully enough, no one's gotten very close into challenging him just yet, but now they do. Prowler's been used. Wow. He's just going to get pushed back, and Monyet just making sure that Link is unoccupied by the rest of Gen.G.
Yeah, Forsaken too. At least getting the frag onto Meteor, but now the hit comes through.
Devi to double up with him and try to do something as of now. Dog is available. Monyet, I can reposition. Wait, what is happening here? Locky is trying to run away. He opens the door quickly, backs up, but something doesn't have to challenge him just yet. Munchkin has the wall, drops right down, and he has so many angles.
Trying to adapt to it, but it burns down the timer. Look at the clock, Aserai.
Look at this though. Gen.G can actually go for that link, and if something is too slow into this one, even if he escapes this, he's gonna get pinched in. Unfortunately for Paper X, Meteor gets it once and for all. Monyet comes in here with a showstopper, and the rocket goes boom boom. That's gonna be Monyet get the finalizing.
Half-ish, force-ish, not half by.
Yeah.
And you're always thinking about, like, you know, they called in that timeout. They want to suss out information and get a feel for how Paper X is defending this time. But something's not going to make it that easy.
Oh, that's way too many people close up in the face of Monyet there. So you don't know how many players have already exited, how many players are still holding. It's holding. It's Texture, one down. Something.
Oh.
Ooh, overflex. And that's Meteor. He can call back his teammates if he wants to. There it is. Lockdown available. And Meteor opens up the A side by...
I mean, so interesting and off-putting how Gen G is approaching the map. It was a half buy. You just had this squad of
Spike down
stingers.
A.
But guess what? Here comes Forsaken and the spike plant goes down.
Yo, this man
10
might
seconds
not be the
left.
Guardians of the Galaxy, but he is the Guardian of Lotus. 4 kills for Meteor. There's a whole slurry of non-flash abilities that can really irk you if you're something. So Gen G's been using that to a very good extent.
Now going up against him as well. However, he holds his ground, picks up the first one, and backs away. So this gives PaperX a little bit more information and inkling as to where Gen G wants to approach from. Something re-peeks and holds the angle. Defy comes in for an information play, but doesn't find all too much.
Ready for that.
But here comes something.
He's got a tailwind again, so he can get out of harm's way if need be, but over peaks. That's going to be the death of him. Monyet's now trapped here on drop. That Haunt supposedly giving away position, but somehow Forsaken manages to squeeze his way through the back of the side, leaving Charon by himself, and Mind Freak for
Him popping off that way, unless he arrives with his team.
Yeah. And I love this from Forsaken. Again, it's old news, but I love how he's transitioned into this type of guy that can use these Sentinels. And look at the man, he's still getting kills left and right. Munchkin.
Cones of vision on the minimap too.
Yeah. But they're getting closer. Hold on. Wait. Oh my god. Oh, Lotus, at least in the pro scene that we've seen for the most part, is people will just, do basically this. Commit the Rumble plays, and Gen G, those nades are very deadly. My god, Texture. This one, he's repositioning around the corner here. Meteor hears him. I wonder if there's a world where Meteor tries to stab Mind Freak here if he overpushes. Toxic Screen was pretty huge for that, because usually you'd see that and say, it's the safety for the A side. No, it's the danger for Rumble for you if you're trying to push that. Speaking of pushing though, it's the C. Zoom in past Monyet. Whoa, I love this! The double jumping PRX!
Yo, but they still got the shot, man. Whew. So although Monyet makes it through, has a Bulldog, can't go up against Munchkin now. What?
Last player
All right,
standing.
down to something with a Marshall. 3 versus 1.
Party's over.
Makes it a quick 2v1. Okay. That spike is very much out in the open for him. He's got a dash, he actually repositions. But wait, does that angle actually work for him? It's very risk, so he has to try to do something here. Oh my god. Oh, he even got the crosshair in.
It's Charon still. PaperX buying up, trying to do what they can. You've got something on this Outlaw, but Gen G just respects all of this space and plays for numbers instead. They kind of relinquish A, which means it's going to be a tough retake for them.
Fair enough. Especially with the rest of PaperX holding both Stairs and A Heaven. They've got everything locked and loaded. They don't really need to stay inside of the site. They can be proactive as much as they would want to.
Oh,
Charon does get that angle against something, but damage is already done here, Quack. Gen G, the farther you are from a wall when you peek a corner, the better he is for you.
Thank you, Aserai.
Yeah.
C. Haven't seen all too much else for now, though. I mean, newly formed PaperX with Monyet now, just executing into C site. Kind of bypassed Munchkin's judge.
Spike down.
Oh, but look at that door play from Lakia.
Oh man, again, the door opens so quickly that you can't really sometimes react to the punish. That want to play that close and hope for accuracy. You just want to go for the pellets first of this shotgun. Munch is going to be first on the pedestal. He's getting very close. I don't know who's going to get this one. On the corner, he will be dropped down by something. Coming in right now is going to be Monyet using that showstopper of his to delay even further. Meteor's getting closer. Lakia as well. They need to make something happen here, and it's all down to Lakia. Good for the first.
For PaperX to defend post-plant.
Yeah, but again, Gen G's showing the same thing that they brought up here from that Breeze map, which is that they can punish the in-transit of PaperX, and they do it once again here in this round. Look at that. Something's been dropped down as well as Forsaken. Monyet frantically trying to get control here of C. Doesn't matter if he is alone or with teammate. What a dodge from Mind Freak! Oh my goodness! They're trying to rally behind that showstopper of Texture. Great flash from Charon, and it's all Monyet alone.
That they have. Texture still up around. He could go up the ropes if he needed. And then you've got Munchkin just ready to welcome them with open arms on the other side of Link.
Dexter's trying to delay as much as he can at the back of the site, trying, hoping that he can stop the Monyets, but he will not. Lakia coming in to pinch, at least stopping some of this massive map control that Paper Rex has gotten on Munchkin here, making it a more palatable situation for Paper Rex. Lakia opening the door. The Forsaken finds him with an Odin. Meteor's gonna just have to run away here, or just stay in the site, whichever. They're already pretty rich, so they can just buy up into the next round anyways. So he can make this into an expensive endeavor for Paper Rex.
A little bit, you can spray through and try to catch someone as they try to approach. And that's what Forsaken is doing again, just to give Paper Rex a little bit more map control. But yo, Charon!
Okay, a little bit of an overreach here for Gen.G for sure, as Mindbreak and Texture have been just blasted away. Speaking of, we have a bit of calm here as Paper Rex do get access onto that A site, but the rest of Gen.G already right now the back of things. Meteor finding one, lockdown activated, but it is a little bit shallow. There still is position as well as the operator. This makes the long range fights a little bit more palatable here for Paper Rex. Haunt does give away his position. They use that Haunt to actually get closer, but Forsaken holds for something. Something now against Meteor, 2 versus 1. That box not really giving too many angles for him to have safety on. And if he gets peeked, it's going to be one in the front, one in the back.
We need someone to keep those spirits up. You know, if not, something or Ilya will get really in their heads.
What is this? Okay, just, you know, open the door, get tripped up, see what happens. Wall has been called in a little bit closer into the A main position, and that actually works in the favor here of Gen.G. As you saw, Forsaken get blasted very quickly. They're very close into the opposition right now, but Devi realizes that he has to come pinch in for his teammates. Oh my god! Again, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee for something, loving to use that floaty. Both snipers actually missing as they try to reposition quickly, but now they know. Meteor's position exposed. He's only got a Marshall in his hand here, Quack, and it truly is danger time for him. If he loses this, Paper Rex will be on map point. Wow, okay, Meteor! Woo!
To keep themselves alive, and Devi is having fun.
I'm just gonna stay quiet here and let us just enjoy the laughs of Devi. Make that your soundtrack, ladies and gentlemen. But as I was spewing some nonsense words on Rubble, this means that it's only down to really Monyet to entry into the site. Devi activates, but Meteor is here to just again anchor things. We tried to push in and actually fall on our heads as Meteor repositions for this right angle. They might not know about this, and they will never do, as the smoke really just makes it difficult for them to gain any
way too much. There's so much delaying that the rest of the Paper Rex members on the other side, if they go into this, it's not a favorable numbers duel. Something kind of losing to Charon on the other side of the map as well. It just doesn't quite work out for them. So Gen.G gets to extend their lives in this map.
30 seconds left.
Yikes, that Haunt!
You know, Meteor has the Nanostorm. It kind of slows down the rest of the team. They can't quite follow up with Monyet because of it. And keep in mind, Paper Rex has spent both timeouts at this point. They're on an eco. It's a bit of a half buy, but it's starting to bite them in the back.
Ooh, Charon, where did he come from? Picks up the 2K. There's the quick flash from Devi. Okay, well, hold on. Devi gets 2, but never mind. All right, I'll bite my tongue there.
And then, of course, you still got Munchkin available with that toxic screen. A is a very difficult spot to hit right now, but trying to make something happen off of the Odin suppressive fire.
Okay, they open the doorway into tree. Woof, Texture, here you go. Inside the smoke is going to be Charon. And Paper Rex are pushing blind into the site. They gotta just go for that big contact. Something finding Munchkin.
30 seconds left.
Showstopper activated. Does that stop the plant on the spike? Yes, it will be. But it's trade for trade here, Quack. It's not the end of the world. Something repositions, almost gets hang by the rope side. Lakia pushed out, something exploding at this point. And there's the plant on the spike, 2 versus 1 for Meteor, but Meteor has truly been a miracle worker at this point. They're backing up into the corner and something finds it with the 4K, and we are going to map number 3.
I mean, in that last round, you could feel almost is Paper Rex after all.
Say that 10 times fast, right? But I will say on Sunset, the Sage Walls are pretty insane because you can get into some good elevations that the smokes of Gen G might not be able to blot out completely. That being this one as well, as we can see here on Market. But Gen G's very aware of this, and Devi was almost taken down. But the separation, though, does allow them to get the pickup onto Munchkin. Now, the rest of Paper Rex is going to be holding back the site, and they're just going down to work. Gen G not in a comfortable spot, and they're just going to have to try to wiggle. This could be a quick transition if Meteor can find some good timings on this, but he gave away that location of his round and just be safe. Anyways, Forsaken, Outlaw, Contact, success. Actually, very successful. 3 kills for the price of 2 bullets. Very, very good start here for Forsaken.
Success rate? No, that's terrible math. In any
How
case,
could you? We are, you know, we're supposed to be good at math.
Why?
Because
they don't want to lose their full buy run all that quick, right? They don't want to give the bonus over to Paper Rex, and so just trying to be very careful off of it, cut noise, and then the execution through. Texture getting this first frag actually does
push out here for Gen G just yet, Quack. Maybe waiting for, or just letting Paper Rex cook for the moment, but since they have to, some of their players have to go for the half shields, that Outlaw, absolutely terrifying. Texture's already here at the front lines, and the damage, the aim, the lethality, absolutely felt. Forsaken pushing in, picks up so many weapons. This man is an absolute Inspector Gadget. Charon.
Can't reload.
Oh, man. He's waiting for his teammate, though. He's waiting for something. Who has the wingman? Oh, no, the stun. The way he actually loses this, he does not, Charon.
Something, I think, wanted to pick up another rifle and just, you know, wasn't quite there to support. Forsaken on characters whiffing. So Charon just pops off, and now back to it. Paper Rex does not want to let up.
Yeah. Again, that's talking about it, man. This Charon newcomer for Gen G already showing why he's, you know, in that spot. This time, though, it will get punished. Devi holding a very high angle here. Not going to get spotted, so he will get some damage in, but Meteor somehow manages to get that backside control already open. Does he activate it? Paranoia, huge. Is he really going to thrash for the overkill? I love this! And Lakia, welcome! Okay, I was about to welcome him, you know.
Because of their utility.
And again, you know, just to get in a different point, it felt that this is the comeback for something in this specific in this specific series as Forsaken. He's been putting the hours in that Outlaw, man. Doesn't allow him to push outside of Market cleanly, but yikes. Is he gonna get thrashed in here? Actually into the pit with Texture and teammate. Doesn't matter though, as they chase Monyet into the back. Does Munchkin hear the footsteps though?
I don't.
He tucks himself in the corner. They might not be able to clear him out, and he might get the best sandwich position of his life. He needs to do something right here and now, which he does. Devi does go for the trade. No walls just yet. He actually boosts himself up. What a Chad moment here from Devi. Texture left on an island. He's got the showstopper. Devi, say your prayers, and that's gonna be that Gen G. Oh my God, they got pressed. So it is a full commitment right now for Gen G. They want to get a quick start onto this post plant from the looks of things. They want to position for that, for the good goods of this, as I mentioned, post plant.
To these operator as well. So unless they can get clear vision, it's going to be so difficult for them to break through. And that's a great way to start.
Absolutely. Meteor into the corner here. Loving the use of the wingman to actually clear corners rather than defuse the spike. If it gets a target, that's an immediate concuss for you. And Texture's just so far. Even if he can win some of the fights here.
So you have an idea of what's about to happen. That is why Devi as well as Monyet are playing that far back on A site.
And again, if this is a full commitment of like majority of the players of Gen G, if they push out through elbow like this, the slower from Devi is just going to stop them dead in their tracks. With the Paranoia, that is a death sentence here for Gen G if they're not careful. Thankfully enough, because of the smoke that they've had, it allows them to get access to the site, but it's a complete and utter disaster when
maybe we just retake from Link.
Thrash activated for the second time. Devi cuts off the corner. Plant denied, actually. Texture somehow manages to pick up a kill with the paint shells. No safe space just yet for Gen G. They have to start holding some crossfire angles while they start defusing the spike, and he's using his teammate as some sort of third POV info gatherer. Not gonna allow them to push up just yet because of that toxic screen. And here comes the contact, and Cheshire is coming out on top of this, and it's somehow working somewhat favorably for Gen G. Operator. Dwindles the numbers a little bit. The TP comes in around the corner. How close does he know? Very close, he knows about it. Seconds. Oh my god, no way, Meteor. And he's out in the open field, man. Out to just get laid out and dry. Now they're going to try to go hold their way onto B.
Look at the setup on B.
There's something with an op too. Oh wow, they might actually get clad here if they're not careful. Into the corner is also Mind Freak.
Spike down B.
They've come into the trap, man, of Paper Rex here. Come into the spider's web, as they said. They're going to have to try to pick up this spike if they can. Something's just denying it every single time. Meteor's here. Devi knows about it. And Paper Rex.
Hate this. But looking at Devi, ooh, well,
I mean, he does have the safety of Monyet right with him. They don't even know if Devi's boosted here. They are aware of it. Oh my god! Devi might actually get punished, but no! Monyet holding his hand! It's the Paper Rex security system, dude. And just as the smoke comes up, Devi gets a whip.
in case someone pushes out mid, you're gonna get fragged. If you go through market, maybe, but it's a full 5-on-3 retake.
Oh, that's the worst possible opponent they wanted to give the kill for, but again, there's nothing really that Gen G could have done in there. That would have been very, very bad. Anyways, everybody's blind up until this point, but that snake bite, man, they're just coming into this. We'll call this the Paper Rex grinder. Pushes it up. There it is, 2 remaining players on Gen G, now down to Lakia. He is lighting things up like a Christmas tree. There's the wall. Cross it up. No tripwires to be afraid of.
Wow.
Planting the spike very quickly with the wingman here. Back to smoke.
Crazy. Dizzy out as well.
Oh, okay, they're gonna keep fighting this one. But look at how cleanly Paper Rex are just breaking them down. This wall is separating fights from Gen G. They can't even create these crossfires anymore. And now here's the number game. But Gen G strikes back, leaving Mind Freak by himself. Does he have the time? Does he have the utility? Does he have the angles with the Sheriff?
No.
And that is a resounding no. Gen G, when all looks of B, you want the tripwire on the floor because it's harder for the opponents to break it. But obviously they can jump over it, but you know, just a quick FYI. Anyways, going back into this for Paper Rex. They're coming into market. Munchkin hasn't even cleared this out just yet, and he is full blinded. Can he even find something with the judge now that Dizzy has offloaded himself on him? Absolutely not. Texture does force back everything, and then you can see Paper Rex trying to find a different angle at this point, coming up the top mid, but Charon...
Lakia coming up from behind is the one that you want to watch out for.
1 enemy remaining.
There he is. Doesn't want to overreach his lead too. Right, they still know that any player of Paper Rex with any upgraded weapon is very much scary to deal with at this point, so they can always just do that. Yep. Put him in a spot that is most advantageous here. Bonus round, some players will just play on the back of that board. Thrash activated quickly. Not sure if it heard where the tripwire was, but Monyet is very much controlling this back angle for now. Devi also leading it, or rather defending the gap. So it's a pretty clean take here from Paper Rex. They just had to use a bit of utility, but it works solely in their favor.
Still though, that fight across the pillars. As soon as Devi stays back.
Can he get his ace? Oh yeah, he can. There it is. He was the sword, he was... And that's a big problem because they want to get that punish, right? Monyet is so far in front of this. That Pop Flash is gonna blow up in his face. Just res them to res them. That makes sense. Oh, Lakia finds one. Tripwire. Meteor holding at the corner of this site. Look at how Gen G has just got all control in A main. This leaves Paper Rex in such a tight bind. If they realize this, they might be able to push at the back of the site. But at this point, Munchkin and Charon just grinding their gears and cleaning up the rest of it. He's already out. That's why they actually left it, because Meteor has this camera marking up all the way on elbow, spots out something, so that means that this could be a straight-up push. Where are the tripwires for Meteor here? That's going to be the important part right now, as Charon is going to try to feed off of it. Paranoia into the corner. This is going to be a very tricky time for Paper Rex, and they're going to have to try to do a lot just to get into that site. Quick little res for Lakia, or rather for Forsaken, but as well as the long rotation here from the rest of the Gen G players still alive.
Trade's good enough, but Texture on the flank.
Okay.
Enemy remaining.
Boom! That was quick. I was looking at
They each got their one.
that maybe Texture could have gotten something, but you're heavy contact on B main, hoping that Paper X was huddled up. Not gonna happen this time. Paper X immediately activate that null command. And as his kills steps into the direction of kills, wins rather for Paper X in this series. Meteor gonna have to run away for dear life. Thrash activated once again here by something. Devi holding mid control. Lakia wins that out. So at least they have to deal with the possible flank. But control of the site and timer started to tick down here for Paper X as that spike has been planted down. Okay, Paranoia is activated. This is good. They're using this to bounce Texture off with the Showstopper. Flash out for Forsaken. Oh my god, how did they actually get these punishes? But still, Charon lights up the entire house. 2 versus 1. Vanya coming into the corner right now. And it's all up to him. Can he get it? First one. Very low in HP, but Lakia locks it in. They called immediate down on this wall, though. Texture is playing very close into this. This could be an opening for both of the teams. And there it is, man. Something.
Negate the wingman, though.
Spike planted.
Definitely does not, but has a whole lot of commitments of walls to just get that wingman in. And if Lakia can get this first frag, which he does, that's a lot of access points for both him as well as Charon coming in through B main.
Comes down to gunplay.
Oh, Paper X realizes though, so they have to force fight this. Can't Forsaken hold on, let his teammate at least fight for him.
Enemy remaining.
Cannot. And as the dust settles, it's Monyet 3 versus 1. And he's not even planted for him. He's trying to get closer and closer, but that spike is just diffusing in front of his eyes and he can't do nothing for him.
Good stutter step from Lakia.
But here's the thing. That Skye has not given away his position. So if he can play close enough, a guy like could actually be a punishing play here, but the bait and switch for Paper X, they immediately knew what was up. Meteor though, yeah, mentioned it. Quick to go for the trade, but Monyet, unstoppable at this point, just keeps going in, and it's trade for trade, but Paper X, as these dust settles, as these fights come to a conclusion, is looking to get a little bit of the advantage, and that is just enough for them to work with. Texture coming into the corner right now, finds one. Everybody backs away onto elbow here.
Oh,
they
Munchkin
got the
wants a
utility,
gun.
they got everything. Munchkin, it's gonna be big for him. He needs to find something right now with this flank.
wants a gun.
Because Texture is about
enemy
to
remaining.
get sandwiched in. He's found himself that Phantom as you were talking about, but something's just too quick.
Attackers
He's just
win.
too good and he's just too fast, and that's going to be that.